you are welcome to GeniHaus training. This is an online practical video editing training. So with this training, we will go straight to the point with practically how you can edit videos. And when editing videos, you may have director, or you may have a script or none. Yeah, so when you get to that point, you should be able to manage your way through. But here we are also talking about a situation where maybe you have your director, you have your script, and then you have to go straight to edit according to the script and the instructions you have been given. You have to be able to handle the software. Here, the software you are going to use is Adobe Premiere. And today, briefly, what you are going to do is the outline of the training course that we are going to have in 4 sessions. Yes. So let us move straight to the point. Okay. So now you have the opportunity to see the instructor. I'm the instructor. My name is Davis Boateng Opong. So you have my email displayed. Yeah, so my contact is there. You can contact me anytime after a session or after the whole training. Yeah, so this is a maximum of 3-hour session, like a 3-hour in a session. So we are doing 2 hours, but in case there are any hitches or that we can extend to 3 hours, that's the maximum that we can do. And then we are doing all these things in 4 different sessions. So in every session, we do 2 to 3 hours. So this is a course that will move you straight to the point. It doesn't require much for you to be able to sign on to this course. You know, you should have basic knowledge in IT because this kind of editing is digital. So you need to have your computer. You need to have your basic IT knowledge, how to install a software, you know, and then you be able to move on to it. And you need to have access to internet. So because we are going online. Yeah, so basically, and that is it. So yeah, so that's the instructor, that's me, David Sopon. Okay, all right. So with this course, we want to consider editing in a way that from the beginning, you have to be able to prepare yourself very well, so that you can consider editing as a full project. Yeah, so we'll introduce you to file formats and then how to organize assets. Assets are the files, and then the elements like the files, whether you have audio, you have video, and all those things that you're going to be able to organize. You know, so technically, we'll show you how to organize those files very well, and then we'll take you through the processes. So the objective is for the participant to be able to understand what video editing is and be able to approach any video edit. So this training, after you've done this training, you should be able to approach any video editing project. Yes. Okay, so we are looking at how you approach the video editing as a project. So right from when the files are ready, maybe you have collected files from the internet you are going to edit, or from a camera person, how to receive them, how to organize them in a folder, on a storage device. All those things are part of the processes. So yes, so when you have those files, they are your assets, raw footages, rashes. You know, when we start, we will go through all of that. So we will introduce you to the interface, the way some have not, maybe you have not seen the video editing software, Adobe Premiere, before. Yes, so we introduce you to where the tools are, where the panels are, they monitor the program, and every relevant panel that you need for your editing. There are different workspaces. So you introduce you some small shortcuts so that you don't always have to be touching the mouse every time. Yes, we will do that. We will take you through that so they can do quick edits. Because when editing starts, like, you know, it is needed quickly. Yeah, some editing can take a lot of, a long time. Some editing can take like 3 months. Some can take, it can even extend to even a year. Yes, but some are also sometimes needed even in a day. It depends. Yeah, so now we move straight to the editing bench. Yeah, these are basically what we are going to do. How to import files, how to do the cuts, how to, touch them, and then be able to basically get the cuts. Now, when we are doing cuts, we are focusing on under the theme. There's a theme that you may have from the director or from the script, or you may do cuts based on individual. Maybe you are doing a cut, a video cut for maybe an MP or a president. Either you're given a theme, maybe the theme is on, maybe the person is bold. So the video that you have to cut them according to a style or a manner that when the person watches it, they say that, Charlie, this person is bold. You understand? So all these things, it's about concepts. Editing and all these things about concepts. So we will try to let you know how, to cut based on what the instruction you have been given. Okay. So we also move into a phase where you fine-tune your cuts. Maybe you apply effects to them. You apply B-rules or cutaways to them. We explain all of that. And then how to, in fact, when you are doing cuts, sometimes when you are doing editing, you will see that there may be gaps. Some people, sometimes when you watch TV, you see that a video is complete, right? And sent to the TV station or it is posted online, but you watch to a point and you see black spaces and all of that. It is not expected, sometimes in movies. So you know how to fine-tune all those things. Yes, you close all your gaps. Yeah. And then we also deal with very important topic, keyframing and animation. So to be able to control animations, you have a text on the screen, how you want it to move, how you want it to be displayed, and all of that. So we will look at those things too. And then, so we give participants the knowledge of how text and effect are added, yes, to the timeline. Subtitles, subtitles, say when someone is speaking, nowadays you have, even YouTube is able to generate them automatically. But you see, when you go and edit, it's different. It's different, So you have to make sure that you produce those subtitles, how to put them there. Adobe Premiere gives the opportunity with even the current versions for you to be able to generate all those subtitles, especially when the video is audible. So we will teach you how to put all those subtitles, and also when maybe you are not able to generate it, like the current Adobe Premiere is able to do, how you'll be able to import text onto your edit. So you do you give the opportunity to also look into special cuts. Some effects need certain type of cuts, like you refer to the L and the J cuts considered, how to do slow motions and all of that. Now there are phone apps that try to do edit and all of that. Yes, they are good, and I encourage that they should bring in more stuff. But you see, when you go into stuff like documentary, some detailed projects, like, you need to really sit down. It is not about a quick one that you can just do on TikTok or, those mobile apps. They are good, yes, but you need to really professionally, you need to really sit down. You need to really sit down and do some of these tasks, because when you are doing a documentary that is like 30 minutes and those things, you cannot be on your phone like that. You can't even do it. So we have mainstream professional softwares like Adobe Premiere, Final Cut, and all of that you really need to when you are doing major projects. Yes. Okay, so we also take you through transitions, how to be able to use transition effectively for continuity in the sequence. Some transitions will just distract the whole thing, and some transitions are not needed in certain projects. You understand? Yes. Okay, so we also deal with being able to mix the audio in the background, adding audio in the background of the timeline, putting it beneath, how the audio not to interfere with your main audio in the video. Yes. We also give you a preview into Audition. Adobe Audition is for audio. Yeah, working on audio. This is not a training on Audition, but we give you a preview of it later, and then we do a little bit of color correction. We will not go into speed grade, but there is a color correction system in Adobe Premiere. The Adobe Premiere is it's a program that was really made for editing. So, and then we also give you an idea of After Effects, that is for graphics, those who do motion graphics. So as an editor, you may have motion graphic designers as part of the team when you are doing major edits. So it's good that you have an idea of After Effects. Yes, I have done graphic design, I've done After Effects and all those things. So when I'm editing, in some cases or most cases, I do my own. If I want to go to After Effects, I go there. If I want to go to Photoshop, I go there. Yes, but as a main editor, you may rely on all those people or all those specialities. So you need to have an idea of what is possible and what is not. And then we also introduce you to exporting, how to export videos in various formats. Now, because of digitization and then Facebook, Instagram, and all those, TikTok, and all of that, so you should be able to know. In fact, before you start the edit, you should be able to know the platform that you are going to preview your video. So if you know the platform, you know the format. And then if you also know the format, it will also tell you the rate, the frame size that you have to use for your editing, so that you can be able to fit into the system that is on the platform. If not, you do a video and then you get to the platform, you have to come back, you do conversions like different, so it's better you know where the video is going to be previewed or is going to be deposited or displayed. Okay, so assignments and assessments. So during the training, we are going to have assignment that will give us the opportunity to do assessments. Yeah, so we have two of them. Yes. So these are the details, the first session lecture. So we have it well programmed, systematic. Editing is very broad. Editing is broad, but we have divided all the fundamentals, all those things that you have to see in 4 sessions. So in fact, it is important that you appreciate what editing is and where it started and why we are here. It will help you to be able to utilize the tools that we have now. You understand? Okay. All right. So these are the things that we will go through. In fact, this is an interactive class. So whilst we are going on, you have any question you ask during the sessions. You have any question you ask. There's a period for questions, and then whilst we are doing the training, because you are starting a video editing training, you should be looking around. When you watch TV, when you go on Facebook and you see a video, you should be able to look at why. And I would advise that you watch documentaries and films. You watch documentaries and films, like what the Germans have done, what the British have done, some old, when I say old African movies, I'm talking about, those that have really gone through the system where some of them have been used in film school to train students. Yes. So I do, when we start the training, I may encourage or point some films for you to be able to look at them. And it's encouraging to look at, watch those movies. So when you're watching the movie, you are not just watching that, oh, the movie is nice, but you are looking at the techniques that have been used. Okay, so the second session, so this is what it entails: introduction to Adobe Premiere, managing projects and files, the interface and tools, cutting or trimming videos on timeline for quick export. Then assignments will come. So assignment will come on the second session. Yeah, that's the first assignment. Then the third session lecture. So we can cut for videos. We do keyframing. Keyframing is very, very important. We do subtitling. There's a new title systems in Adobe Premiere that we are going to look at. And then we look at also a special cut and then the transitions. Yes, keyframing is very, very, very important. In fact, when we get to that point, you really have to pay attention. If you're able to, when you're able to get it, then you may apply to all other movement animations that you'll be doing. It applies even in After Effects and all those 3D programs that people specialize in. Yes. So the fourth session, we finalize editing, finalizing editing, working with audio, graphics, color correction, and exporting. Then the final, then you do final reading. That's the assignment. Assignment 2. Assignment 2. Yeah. Then from there, we now you do a project review of the assignments that we have done. The assignments that we have done. We do a project review of the assignments that we have done. In fact, at the end of the project, you should be able to edit a film, a movie, because at a point in time, we will discuss multiple camera editing. Yeah, we'll discuss all those things. So when we start the project, you should be looking around and asking questions. I even think that when the questions come, then we'll be able to, because it is practical. When the questions come, then we will solve them. Then you see, one good thing about this training is that after the training, you have the opportunity to contact the instructor at all times. Yeah, so the instructor will be like your project partner in most cases. So when you have any project, how you want to approach it, you can still go back to some of the videos, or you get back to the instructor so that you look at it for guidance. Okay. All right. So doing this, I decided to give you a preview of how the video editing interface looks like when we start the project. Just an idea of how the interface looks like. Okay, so please, if you have not signed on, we encourage that you sign on to the project. You sign on to the training, sorry. You sign on to the training so that right after this video, you can just check on the link that you can yeah, so if you have not registered, please register. Check on the Google forms, fill the form, and also you can join our Telegram group so that you can receive update from there. The meeting, the training will be on Zoom. The training will be on Zoom. We're doing everything possible to try to be on Telegram, but because of the robustness of the software that we are using, Adobe Premiere, we will go on Zoom. Sometimes we will come on Telegram to make some discussions, but the main tutorials or the training will be on Zoom. Thank you very much for paying attention. Thank you very much for listening. We hope to see you in the next class. Thank you.